Hello, welcome to this video. Okay, so today we are going to look at osmosis. Remember, we are just from talking about cells. Okay, so from talking about cells and osmosis is a part where cells are involved. Okay, so cells are involved, and this topic comes almost every year, so you need to make sure that you understand everything about this. So we are going to talk about osmosis and see how the cells are affected through osmosis. You know, the cells are actually affected through osmosis. So osmosis is one of the transport systems of some materials entering or leaving the cell. So we are going to talk about osmosis, but those osmosis just among those. Okay, so there is diffusion, there is active transport, there is osmosis, but today we are going to concentrate on osmosis. That's what we are going to concentrate on. So those which I've mentioned, their transport systems of some substances. Okay, there are ways in which some substances they are transferred in and out of the cell. So there is osmosis, there is what? There is active transport, there is also diffusion. But today I've said we are looking at what? Osmosis. That is what we are going to look at today. So now, what is osmosis? What comes to your mind when we hear the word osmosis? What comes in your mind? So osmosis is just the movement of water molecules from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential. So I've said that osmosis is the movement, okay? The movement of water molecules. We are talking of molecules of water. We are talking of water molecules, okay? Water. This is water here. Water molecules. Molecules. Okay. I mean, yes, from a region. I mean, it is the movement of water molecules from, okay, from a region, okay, region of higher water potential, okay, to a region of lower, okay, lower water potential. Okay, so the water moves from a region of higher to a region of what? A region of lower water potential. I'll explain everything so that you understand very well. So this water moves from a region of higher to a region of lower water potential. So what are we really talking about? Okay, so what are we really talking about? Okay, so let's take it for instance, let's take it for instance, there is something like this, okay, something like this. So this is a selective permeable membrane. You know, remember I talked of a selective permeable membrane during cells. Okay, so it is a selectively permeable membrane, meaning that it selects which particles should move in or out of the cell. Let's take it for instance, this coming this side, it's in, coming this side, it's out. Okay, so it selects the molecules which should enter or leave this. Okay, so now, you know, we talked about water as to have small particles, okay, smaller particles, or should I say smaller molecules. So when it has smaller molecules, meaning that it is free here, it can pass, okay, it can enter or leaves the cell without any restrictions, because the particles, they are what? They are small. The particles, they are what? They are small. Now we are talking of a higher water potential, right? A higher water potential and a lower a lower water potential. Okay, we're talking of a higher and a lower water potential. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What is a higher and what is a lower water potential? Okay, so a higher water potential is it is like this. So let's take it, for instance, we are using pure water. Okay, so pure water has a higher water potential. You must know that. You should take note of that. So pure water has a higher water potential, and lower water potential, meaning that we are talking about something that is concentrated. What do I mean by concentrated? What do I mean when a solution is concentrated, is more concentrated? That means that, let's take it for instance, there is a solution that is, there is a mixture where there is sugar. Okay, there is sugar and it is more concentrated, and there is again another cup where there is just two little sugars. Okay, the little sugars, and it is not concentrated. For instance, you get a cup of tea. Okay, a cup of tea, and you put 2 spoons in this cup. Okay, these are 2 cups. You put 2 spoons here. Here you put 5 spoons. Which one is more concentrated? So this one is more concentrated. Okay, so the more concentrated a solution becomes, the less water potential is in there. The water is not enough in here. Okay, so when it is more concentrated, meaning that there is less water in here. Okay, there is less water in here, so meaning that it will be like this. Okay, meaning that it will be like this. Let's take it for instance like that. Okay, so this is, let's say this is the sugar. The sugar will come down. Okay, so the sugar will come down, then the water will be just up here. Okay, so the water will be just up there, the sugar will be down here, meaning that the water is a little. Okay, meaning that this solution here is more concentrated, and when it becomes more concentrated, this solution here, it will have less water potential. What do I mean by that? It will have less water in it. Okay, it will have, this cup will have less water in it, but this one, which you have put in it just 2 spoons, there will be a lot of water. You'll be able to take some more tea from here, but here you'll be able to take more sugar, which is dangerous to your body. Okay, so I'm talking of, remember, I'm talking of a higher concentration and a low. I'm talking of a higher water potential and a lower water potential. Okay, so here what you should know is that a solution which is more concentrated, okay, a solution which is more concentrated, it will have lower water potential. It will have lower water potential. A solution which does not have more concentration, which is not concentrated, okay, it will have higher water potential. Okay, so you should know that. Okay, you should know that. So now we are talking of this. We are talking of osmosis. Okay, as the movement of water molecules from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential. Okay, a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential through a selective permeable membrane. Okay, through a selective permeable membrane. So meaning that the water molecules will move from this to the one that is concentrated. Since osmosis move from what? From higher to what? To lower. So the water molecules will move from this to what? To the one that is more concentrated. So I said that let me use a red marker to indicate the movement of water molecules. Okay, to indicate the movement of water molecules. So the movement of water molecules, it will be from a less concentrated solution. A less concentrated solution. I gave an example of tea, okay? Tea that is concentrated and the tea that is not more concentrated. For instance, you add 2 teaspoons in here. Here you add 5 teaspoons. So this one will have more sugar, meaning that it will become more concentrated. Okay, it will become more concentrated. And this one where you have put 2 spoons, it will not have that concentration the same as this one. So the water molecules will move. Okay, the water molecules will move from a region of higher. Okay, so I said that the one that is not more concentrated, the one that is not more concentrated, it has a what? A higher water potential. The one that is not concentrated, it has a what? A higher water potential. Like for instance, pure water, just the same water, pure water. Okay, so pure water, or should I say distilled water, has a higher water potential. Just water itself, it has a higher water potential. So the molecules will move from this one which is not concentrated to the one that is more concentrated. So let's take it for instance. We have this part here. There is let's say there is some water in here, and let's take it for instance. We have put sugar in here. Okay, we have put sugar, and this is the sugar, you know, those crystals of sugar. Let me write them like this. Okay, sugar's crystals, remember. Those sugar crystals, okay, like that. This is sugar. Okay, let's take it for instance, is sugar, and this in red, this is water. Okay, this is water, this is water, this is water, like that. Then this side we have more sugar. We have more sugar here. We have more sugar. Okay, we have more sugar, and the water is not that much. The water is not that much, okay, compared to this part here. So this demarcates the what? The solutions, demarcate the 2 regions, I should say, the 2 regions. And the one that demarcates the 2 regions, it's the what? The selective permeable membrane, which is able to select what particles should move. So these are the particles of sugar. So these particles of sugar, they can't move from here to this part. So we are talking of water molecules, water, to move from this to here, or from here to this part here. So we are talking of what? Of a higher water potential and a lower water potential. So if you remember here, I said that the one that is not, it is not concentrated more. Okay, this one is more concentrated. This one is less concentrated. Okay, so this, let's take for example, this is the one which is here, and it is less concentrated. And I said that a less concentrated will have a what? A higher water potential, because there is a higher presence of what? There is more water in here. There is what? There is more water in here. So the water will move from here to this one, which is more concentrated. Okay, it will move from the less concentrated to the one that is more concentrated, until it reaches what we call an equilibrium. An equilibrium, it is where the two regions have equal water molecules. They have what? They have equal water molecules, meaning that the water from here has moved to a one that is more concentrated, so that the water should be equal. So the water will move from this to that, because this one is higher, this one is higher concentrated, this part is higher concentrated, then this part is lower is lower concentrated because of the concentration of what? The concentration of sugar in here, it is more. Okay, I hope you understand about osmosis. So that is what osmosis does. So the movement of molecules move from the what? A higher water potential to a region of lower water potential. So I've said that the water will move from here, the one that is less concentrated, to the one that is more concentrated. So these are the points that I want you to take note of. Okay, I want you to take note of these points here. Okay, so just know that pure water, okay, pure water has a higher water potential. So know that whenever you are given a question and there is pure water, okay, there is pure water. Pure water, you can even call it as distilled water. Okay, distilled water. Okay, distilled water. Whenever you are given a question on osmosis and it is involving pure water, just know that the water molecules will move from pure water to that other region which you are given, okay, to the region that you are given. So take note of this. The water molecules will move from what? From pure water, or should I say distilled water, to that region, because the water is what? Is higher water potential. It has a higher water potential. These are the points that I want you to take note of. Okay, so know that. So the other thing is that the more a solution becomes concentrated, the less the higher potential it will have. Okay, so a more concentrated solution. So a more concentrated solution. Okay, a more concentrated solution. This is another point. A more concentrated solution. Okay, a more concentrated solution. I've given an example of a salt solution, a sugar solution, or should I say a salt solution itself. Okay, so it has a more concentrated solution. It has a what? It has lower water potential. Okay, it has a lower water potential. So meaning that the water molecules will move from the other region to this region, okay, to the concentrated solution. Just know that. So it is just the opposite of a less concentrated solution. So a less concentrated solution will lose what? Will lose water because it is less concentrated, and a less concentrated has a what? A higher water potential. So a less concentrated solution, has a higher water potential. Okay, potential. So take note of this. Make sure that you study these notes that I'm going to send to you. I'm going to send notes on this, so make sure that you study them, understand them. Just pass through these notes which I've given you so that you understand. So as you are studying, you'll be able to tell which one is more concentrated, which one is less concentrated, and there are some examples that I'll give you so that you understand very well, and there are some questions that we are going to solve together. Make sure that you study this topic because it comes. Okay, it comes. So make sure that you understand and pass through. That's what I had for you today. Thank you.